We're going depth today, folks, into a really nasty corner of fraud, the grandparent scam. You know, it's that awful thing where someone calls, pretends to be your grandchild, says they're in huge trouble, and of course needs money right away.
Yeah, preys on the worst fears,
Yeah.
right? And it's sadly not rare at all. We're seeing billions, literally billions lost each year across all types of elder fraud. And this grandparent trick, it's a big chunk of that.
What gets me is how sneaky they are, playing on emotions, making everything seem so urgent you don't think straight.
Exactly. They aim to bypass logic.
Mhm.
So that first call, often the number even looks legit, maybe spoofed somehow. Then this frantic voice, "Grandma, Grandpa, it's me." And they got this whole story, car accident, got arrested, whatever scary.
And almost always they'll beg you, don't tell mom and dad, they'll freak out. Isolating you right there.
Isolation is key. Stops you checking if it's true. Now think about this. With AI getting so good, they can clone voices from tiny clips online. The tech's getting scarily good.
Spooky, right? And it's not just the grandchild. Often there's a second call, someone all official sounding, lawyer, cop, you name it. They back up the story, ramp up that need to pay NOW.
Oh yeah, the pressure tactics are intense. They've got this whole fake world built up. And the payment. Always stuff you can't trace. Wire transfers, gift cards, those mobile apps. Huge red flag.
It's gotten so brazen they even send people to the victim's home sometimes, like a courier or even rideshare. That's organized crime levels of thought out.
Definitely. And law enforcement's catching on, but it's tricky. Like April 2024, HSI in New York busted this ring. 16 people running it out of the Dominican Republic using couriers here in the States.
In March this year up in Canada, they arrested 23 people, Canadians actually, but indicted in Vermont. They'd been running a grandparent scam from call centers in Quebec. Over $21 million taken across 40 states, some even moving the money with cryptocurrency. Wild, eh?
Crazy. And locally, here in Pittsburgh, just last month, this guy gets indicted, took over $50,000 from various grandparents, used ride shares to pick up cash. Showed you it's everywhere.
The financial impact is just, life savings wiped out, retirement gone. Imagine that insecurity.
Plus the emotional blow, right? It's shock, shame, feeling betrayed by someone you love, even if it wasn't really them. Leads to people isolating themselves, not even reporting it out of embarrassment. How many more victims are out there?
It's heartbreaking. You read about that Pittsburgh case, those 5 people losing so much. Or Mrs. Kai in Houston. Thankfully, she didn't lose money, but the emotional stress was awful. Fake story about her daughter in an accident. And then there's Charlene, lost over $200,000. These are real people, real pain.
It is. And while the good guys are working on it, HSI, FBI, the Justice Department's consumer protection folks, they're even working with Canada and other countries. But so much comes down to us stopping it before it happens. That's why the National Elder Fraud Hotline exists, 833-FRAUD-I11. Anyone listening, affected, spread that number.
Absolutely. So folks, what can we do? First off, anytime there's a call like this, verify. Don't just panic. Call the person directly. Call other relatives. Check the story. If they push you to act fast, keep it secret. That's a bad sign.
And this can't be stressed enough. Never send money in those untraceable ways to anyone you haven't met face-to-face. Nope, no way.
Smart. Now, families can set up a code word, something only you'd know for real emergencies. Check your privacy settings online. That stuff gets shared without us realizing it. Be cautious with those late-night calls, especially from numbers you don't know. Don't feel obligated to pick up. There's even call blocking tech nowadays.
Oh, and there's help online. The FCC has these consumer guides, the FTC takes fraud complaints, the AARP has their Fraud Watch network, tons of info. That hotline number, again, is worth putting on the fridge. Seriously, the more we all know, the better.
Couldn't agree more. This grandparent scam, it's not going away, and it's getting more clever. Law enforcement's doing their part, but we're the front line, honestly.
You said it. Protecting folks, especially our elders, from this kind of emotional and financial hit, it's on all of us.
So I leave you with this. What can you do right now, today, to talk about this with your family, your older relatives? How can you help them be less likely to fall for these awful tricks? Because forewarned is forearmed.
It really is.
That's all the time we have. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Stay safe out there.
We'll catch you next time.